Welcome into the Friday Top 5, presented by Flag and Anthem. I'm Paul Catalina of Paul Catalina's Top 5. Go to flagandanthem.com, use our promo code 365sports for a discount at checkout. Let's talk about some big names that are going to get thrown around here during this coaching cycle that is coming up faster than you even think. Look, I know we're only 2 games into the season, but there's some hot seats, and there are some names that are going to be thrown around. Number 5. Jon Gruden. Chucky himself was at Tennessee earlier this year in practice, talking about how much he wants to be back in the SEC. He's been all over the place, giving talks. He does film breakdowns for Barstool. He really wants to get back into coaching, and he wants to do that in college. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But I do know that fan bases in particular, especially ones that are maybe a little bit less informed, will get excited for the fact that Jon Gruden wants to maybe be a college coach. And look, if you want Jon Gruden to be your coach, I'm not saying that's a totally bad idea. Just saying that it might not be the best one. I mean, his last run in the NFL wasn't that great. He hasn't been in college for a very long time in his life. So just saying, but you're going to hear that name thrown around, especially if there's an opening in Gainesville, because there are a lot of people who want really, really big names for those jobs. As a matter of fact, when Steve Spurrier left, they thought they'd get Mike Shanahan, and they wound up with Ron Zook. I'm just saying, step down. So find a good college coach, but Jon Gruden's name is going to get thrown around. And I mean, no disrespect to Jon Gruden as a coach. He was a fantastic coach, but he would have to prove it to me on the college level. He needs to coach somewhere like Florida International or something for a little while and show me that he's got the recruiting chops to do it. But kids do know him, that's for sure. Number 4, Lane Kiffin. If Billy Napier is fired, this will be the top name on their lips. They will want to get on the Lane train in Gainesville. Will he leave Ole Miss? I don't know, but I would think that job is pretty enticing. And that's a place that's won a bunch of national titles with a couple different coaches, that's in a recruiting hotbed, that really hasn't had a true alpha dog coach in a very long time. Kind of scares me what Lane Kiffin could do at Florida with his devil-may-care attitude. Anyway, after I have my brief nightmare there, but I do think Lane Kiffin's name will be tossed around at Florida for sure. And again, no offense to Ole Miss, but Florida's the better job. Number 3, Eli Drinkwitz at Mizzou. He is doing a really good job there. He is a very intelligent coach. I think there will be schools that think, hey, Mizzou's not a classic football power. Let's go see if we can grab Eli Drinkwitz. Will that work or not? It's an SEC job, so it's got to be a better job than Mizzou to get him to go there. But if Lane Kiffin tells Florida no, it wouldn't be surprising to see him wind up on their list as well, too, but we'll see. I am doing with the assumption that Billy Napier is not going to get out of this funk because of the schedule that they have and that he's going to get let go. Now, if that proves me wrong, then good for Billy Napier. But right now, it's not looking that way. Number 2, Shane Beamer. Again, these are 3 SEC coaches in a row that why would you leave for another program unless you really wanted to be there? So it's going to have to be an improvement. But he's got one of the best, if not the best, quarterbacks in the country in Lenora Sellers. South Carolina is exciting for the first time in God knows how long. So because it's not a classic football power, you might see some classic football powers reach out to them if their job is open. If it's not one of them, he's not making a lateral move at best. He'll stay at South Carolina in the SEC, but I do think his name will get thrown around. Number 1, Brent Key. He's in the ACC. He's not at one of the premier football programs in the ACC, although Georgia Tech gets better and better and better. And lest we forget, in 1990, they won a national championship under Bobby Ross. So historically, you can theoretically win there, even though it was in 1990. He's got some swagger back there. Atlanta's a cool place to be. There's a lot of recruiting in Georgia and North Florida that won't have to come that far before you even get out into the expanse of recruiting. He's made people believe he's got a tough as nails program. I think because, again, you're talking about going and grabbing a guy who's not from a classic recent football power, that teams will think that maybe they can get him. We'll see. I don't think he's going anywhere from Georgia Tech, but I promise you, his name will get thrown around in this coaching cycle. That's going to do it for us. I have to eat Olive Garden now.